Ugh, no, I don't want to start the... Or I don't want to update. Start the software. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I overslept a little bit. But welcome back. Oh, that feels good on the throat. Today, we're going to be doing some more of the Wind Temple. We just started into it. Hopefully this microphone isn't too far away today. But we just started into the Wind Temple, and by that I mean we just got here. Last time we had a bit of a fright thinking that we had busted it. I'm very glad that we didn't. Although we did have to waste a little bit more time than I wanted, looking to make sure that I hadn't done so. And I mentioned this several times last time, but I am not super well versed in this temple because I've really only done it once. As much as I love the boss fight itself, I am a little bit behind, so this might take a little bit of doing. And I hope you're alright with me stumbling through a bit. Let's see, locked. But I'm pretty sure some of these have access from the sides. I'm not sure which ones, but some of them do. And I think I can also... Oh, that's right. There is an icicle over here. Haha. That we can put on. Hiya, Cheeky. Welcome back. How you doing? Thank you for joining, as always. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'm doing alright, thank you. At least I think I'm doing alright. Really, I just woke up like 15 minutes ago, so it's yet to be seen how well I'm doing. Oh my goodness. I should have upgraded this armor first. That would be why. Don't have any armor on. That will help. It's so cold. I think I can get away with one non-cold piece of armor. We'll get rid of this one, maybe. Oh, not that one. This one. Yes, that should be just warm enough. And now let's heal. I didn't mean to have that much kick my butt. Eat. There we go. Man, I am saying a lot. In my defense, as I mentioned, I am literally just waking up, so it's not surprising that my thoughts are a little bit jumbled. But it's always nice to have you here. I really appreciate you showing up. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed my pun about the stables. It was just a bit of horsing around. Brain is not warmed up. It's going to take me at least 4 awful puns before I come up with one good one now. Hey, catch on fire. I want you here. There we go. Okay, so nothing was in there. I probably shouldn't have used it like that. Today, oh, that's why it was colder inside than, or colder outside than in. As I mentioned, we'll be finishing up the Wind Temple. which we've also just started, but I remember this one does not take all that long. And then I want to try and do a couple more of the stable quests. That's why there were horse puns involved. Although for being horse-based, they're not my main objective. Yes, I know, Tulin. I blow the turbine. Get over here. Whee! Do you have any plans for today, Cheeky? Or for the weekend, I guess, because it is Friday today, right? I forgot it was Friday. Which is surprising, because when I woke up, it was a bit of a panic, like, wait, I'm supposed to be streaming today! Here we go, there's an entrance that's locked. Great. Not really, might hang out with friends tomorrow, though. Well, that's good. I mean the hanging out with friends part, not the not having plans part. But I do understand the not having plans thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, there's a cannon aiming at me. How do we get up? Hanging out with friends sounds like a good idea, though. I used to... Ouch! I used to spend a lot more time with friends. I even, for a while, had a... I think I mentioned this. I had games nights where I would invite friends over and we'd play board games for a couple hours, have dinner together, that sort of thing. It was really fun. Haven't had the opportunity to do that for quite a while. But there is a board game I think I need to throw out now because it's a little too topical for my liking. And a little too frustrating too. Ow! You butt. It was called Pandemic. And its subject matter was exactly what you might imagine. And so I don't really feel like playing it much anymore. Oh, hiya, Whaler. How you doing, friend? Oh, what a butt. I did not remember this being as annoying as it is. I wonder if there's a way to shoot that. Oh well. How are you doing today, Mr. Waylord? Thank you for joining, as always. So nice to have you. Let's see about... maybe this one? This one will be fine. Okay, I guess. You've been fired? Oh no! I'm so sorry to hear that, Waylord. You do not have to talk about it, but I am sorry to hear it for sure. For keep asking smoking or non-smoking to clients. Oh. Okay. Let me clarify why I'm laughing. Waylord says, I've been fired for continuing to ask smoking or non-smoking to clients. Apparently the correct terms are buried or cremated. Waylord, you had me so concerned. I'm glad it was not a serious thing and just a pun. It's a good pun, too. I like that. That's a good one. I like that. Gimme. Hold on, I gotta grab this. Made me laugh, so I wanted to tell it. Well, thank you for sharing. I have been only telling horse puns because I'm just waking up, so my my pun game is a little off still. Doing very well. Finally the weekend. Yes, it is finally the weekend. I'm doing all right, I think. I just woke up maybe 30 minutes ago now, so I'm still just trying to get into the swing of things. It was a bit of a panic because I woke up like, oh no, I'm supposed to be streaming today. Can I? Ooh, I can grab this. Okay, if you're wondering why I was suddenly like, ooh, I can grab this, that's because I think I might be able to fuse something to it, and that could be tremendously fun for builds. I don't even know if I can actually do anything with it, but let's see. Auto build. Let me see. How expensive would this be? Oh, I can't steal it as an auto build. That's lame. Do you have any plans for the weekend, friend? Doing anything fun? Oh, I need some more spikes. I know Cheeky said that friends might be hanging out tomorrow, and then we got into the discussion of games night that I used to have, so I was talking about some of the board games I'd play, including one called Pandemic, which I don't like anymore for obvious reasons. Okay, get away from the thingy. Stop melting. Oh. That was interesting. I'm just trying to not let those get busted. Which is pretty silly of me because I'm just realizing there are icicles up here I can use. I'm smart. Sure I am. Do you have any plans for the weekend? I might have asked and you're typing them out. I suddenly don't remember, but either way, I wanted to be sure that I wasn't just neglecting to ask that, because it would have made me feel like a jerk. Is it still too long? It's still too long. Oh my goodness. How can we stop that? Do I need to stop that? I don't need to stop that. Nothing for this one. Would have liked to go out, but didn't plan anything in advance. Well, that's fair. Oh, got that off a little bit. I mean, I'm sorry you didn't get any plans ready for the weekend, but hopefully you're able to have an enjoyable time in spite of that.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hi there. Well, hello, Nat. How are you doing? It's not sorry because it's my fault. It's an empathetic kind of sorry because I am sorry with you that you don't have anything planned. I know you would have wished for it to be more entertaining. Just because it's not my fault doesn't mean I can't empathize with you. I think it's very reasonable to feel that way for friends. Spacebar is dying. I'm doing alright, thanks. I've been telling everyone that I just woke up, so I've only been awake for about 35 minutes now. But I'm doing my best to enjoy the day so far. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. Yes, I'm assuming the child has been successfully defeated. Not today, Nat. Excellent. Congratulations on defeating the child. I'm hoping you're feeling better than yesterday. It sounded like you were quite overburdened. But it's nice to have you back, as always. There we go. Sorry, that guy was unfortunately strong, and I can't wear the armor that I want to wear. You're feeling better now that... Oh, he's back already! I thought hubby wasn't supposed to be back until tomorrow. But welcome back, hubby. Good to see you, too. I hope your trip went well. Well, hooray. I'm glad to hear that. I know I said it before you left too, but your presence was missed. It's good to have you back. I hope your trip to Austria was good. Did you come back with an accent? Because if you came from there, doesn't that make you an Australian? We can hear you talk like you're down under. Australian, I'm funny. Oop, that's not good. I need more filling foods. That's better, and I need a weapon. This one will do. Sorry, hold on. I gotta catch up on chat. Welcome back, hubby. Nat says, oh no, but oh yes. Many works, such return. Wow. Bork, bork. Yubba, yubba. And hello to everyone else. Hubby says, how are you today, cheeky? Yubba, yubba. I feel like that's also the noise hubby would make as a Pokemon. Yubba, yubba. I wonder what element hubby would be as a Pokemon. Suddenly I am much more curious about that. How am I supposed to get up there? I know I can just do this. Fire? No? So what would hubby's element be as a Pokemon? Psychic fighting? Isn't that contradictory elements, though? I thought fighting was weak to psychic. The child is energetic. Okay, I don't see anything around here. Let's maybe do this to force my way in. This is not the intended way, but it's the way I'm going to do things. I hurt you with words before I hurt you with my fists. Understandable. I'll copy Nat's saying, understandable, have a nice day. If it works, then it ain't stupid. I mean, that's fair. If it works, it isn't stupid. But what about when it is stupid and it still works? Like, there's that episode of Pinky and the Brain where, sorry, I had to take a sip of coffee. That episode of Pinky and the Brain where Pinky's idea to take over the world is to open an oyster petting farm. A functional idiot. That was my nickname in college. Oh. Oh gosh. Self-deprecating jokes are intensely humorous sometimes. Called it. Rude. Not unfair, but rude. Why am I even trying to get up here? Is there anything up top? I don't even know. Is there... Here, this'll work. Alley-oop. I don't know if there's anything up here. I don't know why I'm even here. I mean, I know it's leading me here like there is a thingy, but I don't know if there's a reason to come this way. I might need to go from the inside. Hubby almost spat out the noodles he's eating. But yeah, I did not watch that episode of Oyster Petting Farm. Yes. That was the brilliant plan that Pinky made. He was making fun of Brain, saying that he's overthinking everything. And Brain says, okay, fine, you come up with the plan to take over the world. And Pinky, in his typical Narf fashion, goes, I want to open an oyster petting farm. And Brain's like, fine, whatever, we'll try it just to prove it's not easy. And as it turns out, the oyster petting farm creates lots of pearls that lets them get rich, and then they become politicians, and they start to be in an excellent run for President of the United States. Except that Brain's speeches fall apart, and it gets intercepted with a revolving text screen for an ATM. And in that text screen, he starts going in like just repeating it word for word. And then all of a sudden, people are smitten with the answers. They're like, oh, how smart, how wise. You know, typical day for them. Maybe over here, then. So we can't go up there. I don't know if that's gonna work either. Oh! Dang it. Okay, we're gonna have to try that again. And then they tried to annex Greenland. One thing I always wondered, just speaking about Greenland, is I just came back here. I'm not far enough back. I know that Greenland is covered in ice, and Iceland is very nice. And the reason I know that is because of the Mighty Ducks movies. But I really liked the How to Train Your Dragon movies, and it always made me wonder where Burke would have been. Like, if it wasn't fictional, where exactly it would be. Because it seems like it's in that same kind of area, you know? I don't think I'm nuts in saying that. Here we go. Was that where I needed to go? No. Here we are. It's just a chest. Why is it just a chest? That's not even something I need. Dang it. Okay, where is... It's at the back. Okay. I imagine that to be near Scotland or something. I suppose that's possible too. Oh, here it is. I just, like, I have no idea where that sort of temperate island climate would be. Because I always figured Scotland would be a little bit colder and be more of the ice-covered region. Then again, I don't even know how far up Greenland actually is. In terms of longitude and latitude, I am last to know-itude. What happened since I did that? Nothing. Okay. Last to know-itude was funny. Well, at least the... I just got a bot, but at least... Oh! I was going to say, at least the... automated moderator caught it, but no, now there's two. So excuse me while I interrupt the feed for a second. Ben... There we go. Okay. The bots do like me. Although, Brave, the archery redhead movie was set in Scotland, right? I believe so. She certainly had the accent for it. Oh, that's a cannon. That's a cannon. Oh my goodness, that was a cannon. What was I going to say? So yes, that one was set in Scotland. At least as far as I know. Because the Irish have a very different accent. Although it could have been Irish too. I'm really not that familiar with the differences. To be honest, I don't even know if Ireland and Scotland even speak Gaelic together, or if there's a different term for them. Maybe one of them speaks Welsh? I'm not really sure. All I know about the Scots is that I like the freckled, red-headed, fiery women. And I think that's amazing, and I don't have one, but I wish I did. And I'm sorry, Cheeky, you'll just have to get your viewers the regular way. How do we get up there? Is that something I can grab? That is not something I can grab. Oh, hero. You have successfully offended the Irish, Scots, Welsh, and the English at the same time. Well, the last one I don't care about. The English can be offended all they want. It doesn't bother me. I'm sure I could get some kind of record going, though. The English are just offended anytime you talk about the other three. That's true. And for that matter, I talked about them without a license. Therefore, I have offended them by default. Okay. So it's in this spot here, but how can I get there? It looks like maybe on this side. Okay. Well, hello, Jacob. Welcome in, friend. So nice to have you. Appreciate you being here. Ow! As always. Screw this guy, man. I hate these high temperature areas that I can't use my armor in. I went the wrong way again. Dang it. I was trying to get away from him so fast I didn't think about what I was doing. But how are you doing, friend? Oh, you cheeky wanker, you got a license for that. Sorry, let me try that again with a better accent. Oh, you cheeky wanker! You got a license for that insult? I still think it's hilarious that they actually try and charge you a TV license fee. And they tried to, for a while, intimidate people into admitting that they had a TV inside the house by saying they had special detector vans that knew. I don't know if you guys were aware of that, but that is a thing they actually did for a while. Because the English could just say, no, I don't have a TV, and that was the end of it. But they tried to intimidate them by saying, we have special TV detecting technology. Oh! Ow. Doing good, sir. Having oolong tea and bulgogi steam bows. Oh, isn't that what you were working on last weekend too, Jacob? Yeah, how did they turn out? Are they good? How can I get across here? I guess up there. That'll work. Same in Germany, they do that too? My goodness. Maybe you guys can explain it to me. Why is it called bulgogi, though? Because that sounds a lot more like a Polish food. I hear bulgogi and I instantly relate it to, like, pierogi. And I just don't really understand. I wish I did, but I don't. Ow. Ooh, hey, Ruby. Why are these guys so sturdy? My goodness. You'll do. Oh, because it's a Captain 4. That's why. Bull is fire. Okay. And gogi is meat. Oh, so it's bulgogi, not bulgolgi. Okay, cool, cool. Learned a hard lesson on stainless steel steamer versus bamboo steamer. But I'm all good now. Share the wisdom of a wise one. Did you all know bamboo absorbs moisture? Oh, is that the only issue, Jacob? Because I kind of figured that the steel ones would also stick more. I kind of figured if you were trying to make bulgogi or pierogi in there, that they would just, like, meld to it in a most unfortunate way. I guess. Use wax parchment so you're good. Fair enough. Do you think oil would work as well? If you, like, spritzed it down or used a baster to cover it in oil? These would work. So mine always came out too dry, and turns out the recipe assumed that I'm using bamboo. Temp and cook time differs with the metal steamer, turns out. Gotcha, okay. Okay. They probably left me something to do that with, but I'm going to assume no. Oh wait, here we go. Nope, that's worthless too. Coffee jello for dessert today. Ooh, coffee jello. Although having read that, Jacob, I want you to know my first instinct was to think of that meme where they're talking to the older fellow in a retirement home, and they're like, "It's Saturday, eh? It's Saturday. Saturday? You know what that means? Oh, banana pudding tonight. Ah, come on. And that is exactly what I thought of when you just said that, Jacob. I wanted you to know that. I thought you would appreciate it because I thought it was hilarious. Ooh, banana pudding. Of course, now it doesn't actually have the force needed for it. Okay. How about this way? I'll put you there instead. Will you have enough force now? There might be a different way, but I can't think of it. Oh, that's way too high. How about there? Will that work better? Now it's competing against that. Okay. How about here? Will this work? Why is it not working at all now? What the heck? Is it just that it needed that much room? Okay. New thought process. We're gonna cheat it a little bit because that's enough distance for it to open. Dang it. I got this. It's okay. I can figure this out. I gotta catch up with chat. Hold on. Bonk. Well, so my friend started his first day doing construction concrete work. He got to pour some today and was like, must have been hard, huh? And he's like, oh yeah, it's gonna get harder. Very nice. I like that. Why don't you construct it at the angle of the fire pillar so that you know whether it will pass or hit? Sure you do. Well, see, that's the thing, is I tried to do that, but the issue is every time I try and put it anywhere else except on the outer ring here, it doesn't have enough force to actually be able to go. I would need either a second or like a big wheel, and I could do that, but I don't want to. So we're just going to do this, give it just enough space to go, and then walk through. Because I told you I had it, and I did. I don't know why you ever doubted me. It's not like I've ever been wrong before in my life. That's just not a thing that happens. I don't know why you're acting like that. How could you lie to me? Harder, Daddy. Hubby, why would you say such things? Who said you could be funny? Plus, I'm going to need some proof that this friend of yours exists. I need concrete evidence. And don't try and hold back on me. I don't want you stonewalling. Never ever been wrong, and if anyone says otherwise, they're clearly wrong, unlike you, who is never wrong. That's correct. See, Cheeky knows. This is why Cheeky's my favorite. I don't want to cement him as a concrete guy. That's right. It's good that you don't want to, because if you're ever wrong, then you have to gravel at it. Wait, did I not get all 5? Where's the last one? Did I not get off? Oh, there's one at the very bottom. Okay. Ouch! This is getting really annoying. Let's do a full heal. Why does he get to charge these up so quickly, too? He's such a butt. Alright, I have no idea how to get down there. I know it's on the underside, it looks like. Is that it? That could be it. Okay. My wife blames you for my dad joke increase, by the way. That one was a bit lime. Very nice. Very nice, hubby. And, I mean, she can absolutely blame me for that. I think she's probably right. If we're being completely honest, I think she is 100% correct in that. The dad jokes are like glitter. They must spread. You stop it. Okay. You get to die. You brought it on yourself. And then I think there should be a way to just float over here. I hope. This might not even have been the way I was supposed to go, but is the way that I'm coming. It's all Hero's fault. Brain herpes. It's like pen pineapple. I have a pen. I have an apple. Pen pineapple apple pen. Which, to be honest, I have not thought of in a very long time. I just got timed out for a week in another streamer's chat when I joined because I said hello and made a joke saying they're elderly. I don't get it. Well, welcome back, Voidsy. I appreciate you being here. Although I assume Voidsy Katsu is Katsu Hamada in Discord. I'm sorry to hear that you got timed out for that. Some people are a little more sensitive about their age and a little worse at taking jokes. At least over here, you know you can be funny. Their humors must have been brittle. All foods that are good for your bones are delicious. That's why they're all calcium. Calcium. Like, come on. Don't worry. We were literally just talking about how poor Jacob's wife has to deal with an increase in dad jokes, specifically because he spends too much time with us. Spritz? No spritz! No spritz! Hiss! Hiss! Oh, there was just a way I could walk down there? What the heck? There was literally just a way I could have walked down there. Oh my goodness, I should have known that. Yes, Spritz. They timed me out and then talked crap about me and I couldn't fight back about it, but hurt me. Yeah, that's very mean. I am sorry that happened to you. Can I crouch under? I think I'm gonna hit. Nope. Apparently, that doesn't count as a hit. You also just started Breath of the Wild, 10 out of 10. Excellent. Well, we are surprisingly far into Tears of the Kingdom right now. Wind bombing is awesome. I really want to get better at ice launching too. Bullet time shield launch or ice launch is the way you call it. I'm not good at it. I can't angle it well. But it's a really fun technique, if you're not aware, where if you freeze an enemy with an ice arrow or something, and then you bullet time jump onto their heads, you'll launch off of them at insane speeds, like enough to cover from the Great Plateau to Hyrule Castle in one move. It's really hard to pull off. There's a consistent setup that speedrunners use for it at just after getting the thingy, the paraglider on the Great Plateau. But I don't really like doing that, because if I can't produce it consistently wherever I want, then it's too much of a pain to learn. Before they fixed it, the Bomb Smuggle Super Slide was also a really fun way to get around. I also got, I don't know if I will get banned or timed out for this thing, so I got an Amiibo emulator. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people have those. I think they're pretty reasonable things to have, to be honest, because it seems tremendously unreasonable to have every single Amiibo. And it's not like I'm selling them or encouraging you to get them, but I do know they exist. Also, by the way, Katsu, at least in my chat, you don't really have to worry about being timed out or banned or silenced or whatever, because I am very much on the side of say what you want, we're all adults here. That's surprising, Katsu. And yes, Jacob, this is my favorite boss too. This thing is so cool. I didn't show you this time, but you can actually see him floating around inside of that cage before this fight starts. It's really cool. Let's see here. Oh wow, triple shot bow does work on that. My goodness. Did you just see that? I've never come into this fight with a Lionel 3-shot bow before, and it just insta-shot that. Holy crap. Ow. You butt. I guess we figured out his weakness. It's not an element, it's multiple bows. That's not cheating! You saw how much I had to go through for this? That weak point is so cool. Looks painful for the poor flybug? Yes. I imagine it is painful for the poor flybug. Uh-oh. 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 There we go. And this should finish him off. Oh, that makes it so easy to beat this thing. That's amazing. That's amazing how easy that fight was. My goodness. Alright, he's back for phase 2. So really interesting thing about this fight that I didn't realize is apparently this song is actually used in what's that other one? The ocean. Why can't I remember what it's called right now? Wind Waker. It's also used in Wind Waker. This is the song for the Dragon Roost Island boss. So a lot of people got like really choked up from the reference. I didn't really understand it. No, he has no weak spots. He does have weak spots. There we go. Uh-oh. Hi. Can I get 2 in 1? Let me get 2 in 1. Let me get 2 in 1. Ha! I got 2 in 1 pass. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. The Lionel bow is so overpowered on this fight. Holy cow. Also, I forgot to say this. Katsu says, if anyone wants a villager in the Ankh update from the amiibos, let me know, and I will call them to my island and you can take them. Well, that's very kind of you, Katsu. I do not... Do I have any, of the village... What's that village game that you're talking about? I know which one that is. Animal Crossing. You have not played the update of Animal Crossing? I think I used to have an Animal Crossing for the 3DS, and then I gave it to a friend because I just didn't play it. There's like 400 to 500 amiibos on Animal Crossing. Yeah. Very humorously, most people know that there's actually an amiibo scan slot on all of these games. Like you can see over here, I've disabled it. But there is actually an amiibo sensor for getting bonuses based on the amiibos you have, right? And the funny thing is that if you use your Animal Crossing characters in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, it spawns food in that same style of creature. So the thought is that you've butchered your animals in order to get meat for your playthrough. And it's probably not true, but it is very funny. And now I actually have a second to chat without thinking because there's a cutscene. Where I say chat without thinking, but I do have to cough a little bit. It is true, yes. It's not a joke. It's actually, from what I've seen, a really nice way to get some of the ingredients you need for, like, temperature resistance potions, too. Or not temperature potions, but, like, temperature resistant food for heat and ice. And I think that's hilarious and evil and an excellent decision on the part of the developers. Because who thinks of this? To be fair, I always wanted some actual amiibos, especially some of the ones like the Zelda figures, because they were really cool. But by the same token, I don't really have a place for trinkets like that. I've got a... from my time when I was working in a hobby shop, we got a whole shipment of stuff from a different store. And I picked up Cloud's motorcycle as a toy of the same type. And I still have it. It's sitting on my desk over there, but I don't have anywhere to put it aside from that. So it literally just sits there collecting dust. And it's neat, but I don't have the space to set up like a special glass shelving case for it or something. Which is where I think if you're an avid collector, things like that belong. But if I was going to go that route, I'd want it for, like, Gunpla. Because I have seen a friend put Gunpla together, and some of them are really, really cool. And if you put in that much effort to put something together, I think it deserves to be displayed. But I just never really got into those kind of model kits. I am not dexterous enough for it. And if I was, I would be a lot poorer than I already am, because I would absolutely have sunk into Warhammer 40k or something. You sent a cursed picture in the Discord and your first successful wind bomb clip. Very nice. By the way, Katsu, just so you're aware, when you're trying to wind bomb, it works best in either the cardinal or the intercardinal directions. If you're off from that angle, you will likely have an air stop. Like, even if you get the bomb launch correctly, you'll get up a little bit and then you'll hit an invisible air wall and you'll drop to the ground. So if you want height, go north, south, east, and west. And if you want distance, go northeast, northwest, southeast, or southwest. So just align yourself on the map. Use your in-game map and point the tip of your facing arrow towards either north, south, east, or west, or northeast, northwest, southeast, or southwest, and then do your bomb launch in that direction. I mean, you'd have a compass. It's on your map. And it should still be the same thing, Katsu. For whatever reason, if it's not in either a cardinal or intercardinal direction, the game can't keep up with the speed. It can't process it well. So you end up hitting an air wall and you just stop. And you'll be like, well, why isn't this working? It looked like it should have worked. And you'll get tremendously frustrated with it. But that's what worked for me. And if I ever start playing Breath of the Wild, which I will eventually, I have it on the Switch 1, I'll be able to show you a little closer, although to be fair, you probably already, or you will have probably mastered it by that point. So it will probably be useless, but I am full of useless information like that. That's just kind of fun. Also, if we ever do, or when we do Breath of the Wild, I'll be doing this really stupid thing that I enjoy doing very much, which is to get the Master Sword with 3 hearts, and then glitch out of bounds in the trials, so I get the upgraded Master Sword with 3 hearts in the Trial of the Swords. Because it is very fun to do, and I like doing it. It will probably take a while, and it might be a little boring unless I put in a good amount of practice, but I will do so. I just think it's really funny and fun to do that. Oh, I've seen that too. Like, you can use the camera glitch at the shrine by Hateno Village to glitch out how many shrine orbs you have, but I don't want to do that one. Because that takes away the fun of the game itself. I just think if they're going to leave the Master Sword accessible for us, we should be able to grab it if we know where it is. Like, locking it behind the 40 shrines or whatever you need to get there is really annoying to me. I don't like that they did that. So I have no issue doing it the fun way. And by fun way, I mean this really stupid thing you do, where if you sleep by a campfire right next to the Master Sword, and you look up into the sky and just spam the A button as you're waking up, he just picks it up. No cutscene. It just registers as being pick-upable. Alright, thank you for hanging out, Jacob. I hope you have a good night, friend. Thank you for being here, as always, and have a good weekend, too. You'll probably see it on Sunday. Oh yeah, it's the funniest thing, Katsu. Correction, it's the second funniest thing, because I don't know if you saw this. Somebody actually lured one of those big Yiga guys through the Lost Woods, and the Yiga guy was able to pull the Master Sword from his stone. It was really funny to see, because whoever did it had edited in the Breath of the Wild theme, so it chimed in with the da 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 song. It was really funny. Oh my goodness. If you ever look it up, it's not a long video. He edited it down to about 30 seconds. But yeah, one of those Yiga guys is weaponless, and he's chasing Link into the forest, and Link gets him over there, and they're programmed to pick up the nearest weapon on the ground, and it counts the Master Sword as being on the ground. So he just sneaks over and grabs it and pulls it out of the slab. It was so funny. Ugh. Oh yeah, I forgot. The other thing that I want to do is not just the stable quests, but we're going to finish up the Yiga quests now too. Because the Yiga leader should be just underneath Rito Village, and I needed to clear this up a little bit to get access. I may not even have had to. I think the actual entrance was clear. But yeah. Zelda looking at the Jaeger with the Master Sword like, what? Yes, exactly! It was hilarious. Also, I'm trying really hard to make sure I'm looking at the chat in case Nat says goodnight, because I figure it's going to happen soon. And I think the other day I accidentally missed her goodbye. I felt so bad about that. I just want you to know. I was in the middle of fighting Lionels and I'd slipped and I was like, oh no! I was late! I worry. I can't help it. You know I appreciate having you guys here, so if I miss something like that, even if it's something simple, I'm like, no! What have I done? I'm a monster! You'll be going in 20 minutes or so? That's fair. You know me, I'll probably be stopping in about 35 minutes, so not that far. Hey, no, put that down! That's not your sword! Who, me? Holds up Master Sword. This one? That would be the one. I didn't see if you could pick up the Master Sword after you killed him, though. Like, after he dropped it. But I did think it was hilarious that he could pull it from there to begin with. Also, I don't know if you guys saw from last episode. I'm a bit behind on uploading them to YouTube. But I did learn that Tulin pumping is incredibly easy to accomplish here. And I don't know if you saw what that is, but it's a method of faster travel across the land using the Tulin Gust. So usually he gives you a very small burst of speed. Let's see, is it here? Maybe it's over here. He usually gives you a very small burst of speed when you activate his ability, but if you continually pull out and put away your glider, you just maintain that speed. So you're dropping throughout the whole time, but you can get incredibly fast horizontal motion by just pulling out your glider, which is very funny. As soon as we can activate him, I'll show you again. But I'm looking for a very specific point here. There is an entrance to the depths inside one of these rocks. Oh, hey, thank you, Rocketeer. I appreciate you stopping in. How you doing today, friend? Thank you for the raid. If anybody who hasn't been here before is joining, hi, I'm Hero. I make puns and I cough a lot, and I hope you enjoy. Oh no! Okay, well, I'll do my funny intro later, but ads are just the worst, man. And of course he'd time it just in time for the ads, because like I have them set to only be once for 3 minutes every hour. It's the least intrusive way I can do that. But it's still really annoying having to deal with them. So if anybody watches this afterwards, please know that I am very sorry. I didn't mean to. Here it is. I don't want ads. If I could get rid of them, I would. Apologize. Whee! If anybody could please let Rocketeer know to tell me when he's out so I can say hi to him appropriately, I would appreciate that. My hands are unfortunately a little bit full still. And by that I mean I don't have a second monitor with which to type. But I feel bad that I cannot just talk to him immediately. Hello, Claws and Daggers Gaming. Thank you for joining. Roar to you as well. I hear that means I love you in Dinosaur because I am a dinosaur myself. There we go. Hi, Rocket. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the raid. I did my little intro. I'll do it again. I'm Hero. If you haven't been here before, I tell puns and I cough a lot. So thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy your time. And how has your day been going, Rocket? How was the stream? What were you playing? Tell me all about it. Everything. What you missed just now was I managed to remember how to get into the Depths entrance here. So we're about to fight the last of the Yiga clan hidden things. Also, I was about to show Tulin pumping, which I learned about like a week or two ago, which is pretty cool. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, very cool. I hear Prince of Persia is an excellent game. How be thee? I be dragon, but Dino is close enough. I'm glad to hear it. I feel like making a joke about dragons being winged lizards all the same would probably be offensive, so I won't do that. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming along with the raid. I know sometimes I am tempted not to do so because I have stuff to do. But yes, Tulin pumping. I wanted to show you guys this. So if you go off and you get Tulin to come boost you, even though you drop, you get a lot further without burning stamina and a lot faster just by quickly putting away your thingy like that, your paraglider. Anyway, we're about to do the last of the Yiga boss fights here. Nat, this should be pretty interesting to you. I'm glad we're getting here before you have to go to bed. Because this is kind of an interesting fight. We have enough crystallized charges at last. Well, thank you for the follow, Claws and Daggers. Appreciate it.
Gaming just followed.
Hooray! I don't have any fun thing like a guild of heroes or something to call the community. You're just friends while you're here. So I appreciate you being here. Just so you know, as a very small plug, just below the video feed there is the About Me section, and there are links to YouTube for all the previous episodes of everything that I've played if you're interested, and a link to the Discord if you want to come hang out there. You don't have to, but it's there if you want. And I'm sorry if that was loud. Oh my goodness. Today will go down in infamy as the day of our ultimate weapon's resurrection. Behold this feat of engineering. I still would have laughed if it wasn't this thing, but rather like a hydrant on a homing head. Hey, Rocketeer's on that streak. Thank you, friend. Count your blessings, your death will prove the Yiga clan's might. I'll go take my rightful place in the darkness below the castle,
Lizard.
where the Demon King now dwells.
Lizard.
Where the end of all things will begin.
Lizard.
Now, come and get me. This time I'll bury you. Okay, I don't actually remember how to do this fight, so we're gonna
Lizard.
be doing this blind. I've only done this once as well.
Lizard. Lizard.
Oh, great. Now he's a blockhead. Ooh! Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That didn't work well. How do I stop him from this? Do I have to have him come punch this? This looks electric. Can I interact with anything? No, but I can do this. Okay. Will that just make it stop? It will, okay. Oh, this one should hit him. There we go. And let's finish this in the fun way. We're gonna go turn on side on and hit him as powerfully as I can. That was fast. Attack with the lizards, my brother. I am no brother, though. Cistern. You little twerp. How dare you? How dare you? By the way, Nat, that thing that he was just riding, that construct, we actually get that. Just so you know, that's the reward for doing that hidden temple that I showed you in the clouds. The 5th one, where you're apparently supposed to actually learn about it as you're heading down to fight Ganon. That's what I looked up anyway, is she lets you know to come see her first. Yeah, we actually get that. So, I'll kind of get to the start point of that temple this episode, and then we'll call it a day afterwards, so that next time on... Actually, are you able to be here Sunday, Nat, for the stream? Because if you can be here Sunday, then we'll do it Sunday. And if not, then I'll put it off until Monday. Okay. So yeah, then after we're done with Mr. Koga here, we will we'll head towards that temple so we can finish up there, and you'll be able to see the whole thing next time. Because it won't take that long, but I think you'll be pretty interested with it, especially the boss fight is really fun. Because you get to ride it just like he did, and it's like this giant boxing match where you're mounted on top of it. It's really funny. How dare you, Link? Yes, because this is clearly my fault, Koga. This is clearly my fault. I will come to you. Please wait a moment. How kind of him. He actually comes to me. It is unlikely he will appear in another abandoned mine. His matter of departure attests to that. This is where they finally tell you that similar mines can be found under surface settlements and places of distinction. There appears to be some connection between the surface and the depths. No kidding! So the thing about that is if you haven't made the connection yet, it tries to let you know. But all of these light roots are immediately underneath their respective shrines on the surface. So by revealing the light roots, you don't have to go searching for the shrines from up above where they might be hidden by things. You can just trace it to wherever there is a light root. And since there's these big black areas on the map and a light root glowing in the darkness to direct you to it, it makes it way easier if you want to be a completionist and get everything. Which is nice. I like that. I think that was a very clever idea for getting things patched up. Is it that guy? It's this guy, I think. Oh, you know what? Because I don't have much time left in this episode, since Nat's going to go to bed soon, I will show you one other thing that surprisingly a lot of people don't know with this game. So, if you're unaware, you can repair your weapons. You can get them not only repaired, but also give them a buff by using the enemies around Death Mountain here, the Octoroks. Oh, actually, I can't come here quite yet. I want to split that horn off. I can show you this before we do it, though, I guess. But the Octoroks will actually suck in anything on the ground when they do their inhale. These ones specifically, like you can see on the left side of the screen. But, as you can see, this current weapon, which is the Light Scale Trident, is a legendary. So it won't by itself actually be able to be removed. So I'll drop it, and actually I probably have another one of those I can use. In which case I don't care much about it. White Mace Lionel Horn, Silver Lionel Horn. There we go. Yeah, I got lots of those. I got 3. So if you take your Light Scale Trident or any of the legendary weapons and you try and let this thing repair it, what you'll find very quickly is that he'll still suck it up and he'll try and do something to it. But unfortunately, he can't. He just spits it back out. Nothing is repaired, right? I'm giving... Oh, sorry. I want to get Breath of the Wild DLC so bad. I'm giving all of my money from my chores and my side gig to my friends for birthdays. Damn. That's unfortunate. I hope you get it. But what I wanted to show you is this. So it's... Once you remove your fused weapon from it, what you can do is you fuse your Light Scale Trident onto something else, or whatever legendary weapon you have. You fuse it onto a different weapon. Oh no! The buttheads killed him. Give me 1 sec. I gotta go to the next one because they decided to shoot the guy that I needed. Next one's over there. And I know this looks stupid with a trident attached to a spear. It looks really stupid. But I promise it's helpful. Where is the next one? It should be, of course, quite a ways over. It is too far away to just walk. I'll have to gather some stuff in the depths next time. Because unfortunately, the NPCs decided it would be a good idea to screw me over in the middle of trying to show something cool. I hate these sages. I just hate them. They're so annoying. Okay, here. Now, if I drop this weapon... where is it? As long as it gets sucked in, he should still do his chewing, which upgrades and repairs both of them. So I pick it up, and now I go back to Terrytown, which will let me split them apart for free without destroying them, and I will have not only a repaired, but hopefully also an upgraded rare weapon, one of the sage's weapons. And then you don't have to spend the, 3 diamonds to repair it or to get a new one. Very handy. And it's something that people don't usually know unless they've looked into it. because unfortunately the game doesn't tell you that. And you see that it's just immediately spat back out without the repairing done. And that's just not the case. You just have to abuse the systems a little bit with knowledge in order to have it repaired. So you'll see once we get there, it should, and hopefully they haven't changed this or patched this, it should, when we pick it up, be not only repaired but also upgraded a little bit. And I'm going to hope it's got the damage upgrade or the unbreaking upgrade, because that's also super helpful. So for a paltry 20 rupees, break it down. Yes, I know. Well, it's back to full. It didn't get upgraded, but you can see it does have the gleam of full health. So unfortunately, the upgrade bit didn't work. But it's still repaired, so that works for me. I'm okay with that. It may only upgrade the base weapon, and I don't think there's a way to upgrade the base weapon if it's the legendary. Which is unfortunate, but I mean it is still stronger than even the double attack up spear. So, nothing I can do about that. It's still okay. Anyway, we're going to go back to Faron Sky here. Just so I can show you a little bit of the start of this particular shrine net, because we have to get to the starting point. And it's one that you are absolutely going to hate having to do in your own game if you decide to do it, but it will save you some effort for sure. Back on the Thunderhead Isles, in the midst of this chaos and gloom of the lightning clouds, once you open the heart refrain door like this, side note, this can be farmed so you can get the special modifier if you want, if you save before letting them suck up the weapon. Yes, I knew that. I don't like doing that because save scumming always feels a little less fun. Because it makes it fast, and in a single playthrough, or once I was actually done with the game, that would be one thing. But, again, it's just like with the repeatable results of the perfect setup. I don't like doing that. It's always kind of a pain in the butt. However, one thing that you can do, which is really interesting, is... where is this thingy? Hold on. There should be a wing somewhere around here. They should have left wings somewhere around here. I don't know where they are. But that mask that I just picked up, this thing over here, there they are. This is actually a really unusual piece of Zonaite tech. And the reason that it's unusual is because wings usually only last about 45 seconds in the air. They always are on a timer that tick down based on how much they're actually gliding, as opposed to just being flown around if they're not getting the updraft. But adding this mask to any of these gliders, to any of these wings, actually updates it so that you get about, I think it's 80% more glide time. So it takes it from 40 seconds to about 1.5 minutes that each of these will last in the air, which is really cool and really helpful. And you used to be able to do this from just about anywhere. Like, right from the start of the game, you used to be able to go in from underneath this temple to get it immediately if you knew where it was. But they patched that, so you can't do it anymore, and that's kind of lame. But it's still a neat thing, the fact that this still works. I just want to put the mask in a good spot. I think I flubbed it again. And since I will probably be abusing this from time to time, although it's unlikely, I do just want this to be in the right spot. That looks about as good as it's going to get. Yeah, it's a little front heavy, but there's not much I can do about that. Actually, maybe if I put it back here instead. That'll be a little nicer. There, now we've got it in a few different places. And just because we can, we'll make it the rest of the handy. So we'll put this over here. And I don't need multiple fans, but we're going to do at least one just because. Perfect. And all we have to do is follow this light, hopefully without getting electrocuted. We are absolutely going to get electrocuted. I need to take stuff off. I need to take stuff off right now. There we go. And then we follow this beam to a very unassuming spot down here in this little lake. And this big old owl statue will move aside to show you an elevator. And where is the elevator going to go, you might ask? Down to the depths. Actually, let me see about saving this real quick, just so I don't lose it. Yeah, maybe this one. This will be fine. Not an owl, it's a Minecraft villager. I don't know about that. Let me consider it. I hope you appreciated my Minecraft villager impression. I did my best. I don't know if you guys ever saw the element animations. They've actually been hired by Minecraft to do a few official commercials and stuff now, a few official advertisements. But I always loved their little skits. It was really good. So Nat, this is also why I say it's a good idea to get the lights on in the depths, because this is the last one that you have to do, even though I know you hate going into the depths. It's still a good idea. Because down here is actually the fifth temple. Ta-da! And we have to assemble that thing that we just fought that the Yiga clan has. Just without the weird Yiga clan hat and things. But it's pretty cool. Oh, actually, I think I need to carry this over here. And this whole thing is actually a construction facility to build it. So you may have recognized from my tank, I stole a piece from one of these construction facilities. Yeah. But all of the pieces that you have to make then get slotted into each section of this thing, this mold. I know it's possible, Katsu, but I don't. I like going around and getting the battery components from beating all of the enemies. I like the knowledge more than the dupes. Unless I'm just having fun or experimenting with building things. That's different. Because when you don't have a playground to experiment and build things, then I think duping is acceptable. Because you want to learn and practice and try. And if they haven't provided that environment for you, then it's a little rough. See, you say you're a dirty, glitching little bastard, but also, like, if you hadn't noticed, I kind of am not short on really good weapons, because I just learned where they spawned and how they spawned, right? Like, it's not difficult to understand how to get the weapons into the possible pools and where you can pick them up. So, from the very start, I've had access to these same Royal Guards weapons the entire time. My entire thing is Royal weapons because I don't like them breaking. And I can get the Royal Guards weapons if I ever feel like it. I think I actually have a Royal Guards longsword that I can grab at some point. But, I mean, you can repair them. So as long as you get them once, there's no real need to pick them up again, right? Or to duplicate them. So I just have, like, all of them. And it's nice. But, having said that, we're right about the 2-hour mark, or I guess probably closer to like an hour and 45. And as I said to Nat, I'm going to kind of cut the stream here and pick it up again on Sunday, just so that she's able to see the rest of this temple. But yeah, all of these light roots and things are where the temple itself is. And then we'll pick this up on Sunday. Thank you very much again for joining me. I appreciate you all being here. Rocketeer, thank you so much for the raid. Claus, it was nice to meet you. I hope you hang around. It's very nice to have you here. And to everyone else as well, I really do appreciate you being here. So I'll see you guys again next time. Thank you, friends.
Lizard.
I'm going to make sure I save, just so that I don't glitch out like last time. Alright.
Lizard.
I think... Oops. The feed is going to get interrupted for a second. I think we probably have enough people to raid today. You don't have to join if you don't want to, but I feel like it would be a nice thing to do to pass on the love. Where is...
Lizard.
You might get double sound for a second. Sorry about
Lizard.
that. There we go. You know what? I will raid Moosref, because he has raided me before with a lot of people, and it was super nice of him. So let's go do that. Unless you guys have a suggestion of who you'd like to raid, I am open to that as well. But I have not really gotten the chance to raid Moosref ever, and I would like to do that. Moosref. There we go. He is playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Anyway, thank you again, everyone. I appreciate you being here. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much.